We have today with us on What India Needs dialogue with Dr. TPS, a good friend of mine who got introduced to me almost same time last year. It was in
Yes,
June,
of
July,
course.
I think.
Yeah, around in the month of June.
June, July, we had an international conference with a lot of educators. Maybe in the whole world, if there is an organization who connects maximum number of educators, it is this man, Dr. Priyadarshi Nayak, the principal and academic dean of the Doon Public School located in Delhi. Is an MSc, B.Ed, PhD, DLit, an educator, an academician, who is a consultant, probably in both in business and in strategy, motivator, connecting to maximum number of people to government, because he works very close to MHRD, is a coordinator for CBSE in some part. He also worked with the Commonwealth. The founder and chairman of the CED Foundation. In that context is when myself and Dr. Nayak got into contact. This year also we had the yoga day. I was with Dr. Nayak in his school. It was a large gathering. Priyadarshan ji, ours is a small group. We have only people who are continuously with us on most of these days to discuss and understand what India needs. I am sure you are one who can contribute in this path of what we need to do, probably to give the torchlight to the next generation so that they can take it forward. What is lacking probably is the concern. I am sure when the NEP came, immediately we had dialogue, we had many discussions, we tagged people together to understand what NEP can. Whether it happens or not, it's a different matter, but the concern is there in all of us. Whether we are in the powerful position to make it happen, we don't know, but we have that concern. What we are looking at is how can we share this concern to the next generation so that somewhere some light, a ray of hope. That is what we want. So probably in your view, I keep the door open to speak. What India needs.
Fantastic, sir. And good evening to all of you. First of all, my sincere greeting, regards to Dr. T.P. Shashi Kumar. It is something I believe that is a pleasure of mine to be in such a group where the forum is headed by Dr. T.P. Shashi Kumar. And when we talk about what India needs, I think this is the right platform headed by TP sir. You know, he has been a mentor to many of the educators, eduleaders all over the world. And I feel that, you know, the discussions, whatever it is happening, the conversation, what is happening, it will really have a greater impact to entire education faculty, entire human being of, those who are surviving in this country. And for me, as sir has, already a lot of words, I'm in the field of education since last 26, 27 years. Of course, I'll be talking about what India needs and how India can prosper in the days to come when we talk about education is concerned. Friends, education in the new education policy, it has come up with a lot of variants, lot of new things comparable to 1986 education policy. I don't want to focus more on education policy, but rather I'll tell what are the new age learning practices which have made a thinking perception in the mind of educators, how educators become transformed school educators. My significant is what India needs. India needs a transformed edu-leader. India needs a transformed educator. An educator who will have all new age learning practices. Friends, believe me, the entire world is in quarantine now. The schools are closed. Everything is open. Schools are closed. But I believe learning has not stopped. We educators, since April 2020, we have not stopped our learning or imparting knowledge to children. Everything was quarantine except learning. So friends, the new age learning practices, I believe, this is what India needs. The traditional chalk and talk, the method of teaching that has continued for the hundreds of years has now been replaced by technology. I can say technology cannot change a teacher. It cannot be thought of taking a replacement of a teacher. But I say that the method of teaching has continued to have a change. That is the technology. It is the age of, TP sir, I can say, it is the age of digital. The new generation is more comfortable with collaborative online technologies, where pen and notebooks form the toolkit of various generations. I can understand, even if today also we give more importance on handwriting. But today's learners come to class equipped with with laptops, smartphones, tablets, etc. All these things are there. So with the technology, education has taken up a whole new meaning that it leaves us with no doubt that our education system has been transformed owing to the advanced, or you can say ever advancing technology. So technology and education are a great combination if it is used together with a right reason and a vision. If everyone, and that India needs, or I believe, so digital learning is replacing the traditional education methods more and more each day, every day I can find. So irrespective of how the technology is integrated in the classroom, digital learning has to play a crucial role in education. It empowers. I believe, in days, and practically I've seen in my school, with the teachers, that it empowers students by getting them to be more interested in learning and expanding their horizons. So I believe that digital learning is set up from all traditional education methods. You can say digital learning makes students smarter. I believe, these are few points which I can say. Even if before the pandemics, you might have idea about the people, those who are going with technology, schools. There were CBSE schools. There were also in countries where they were studying through iPad and iPad. The learning was happened. So here, when this digital learning has taken place, and these 15 days, teachers, in schools where we were not allowing children to, keep mobile phones, so teachers are not even allowed to use mobile phones. They are allowed to keep the mobile phone outside. When they come to my premises, where they will be taking keeping the mobile phones, and then they will go back to their respective classes. But now, I believe that this is a part and parcel of everyone. We used to ask, come on, take your laptop, take your mobile phone and go and take your class. So digital learning, I think, in this present age, has made students smarter. Digital learning is making students self-motivated and more accountable for everything. And digital learning, there are a lot of tools. They involve educators and parents to be to have a greater, deeper extent of knowledge, greater extent of thinking. So digital learning tools and technology is rapidly increasing, a lot of information which you can share with the educators, with the teachers can share. So increasing students' employability with digital learning tools or technology also happening. Why I say that the new age e-learning practices can transform a school education or school educator in a total way, and this is what India, I believe that India needs. So this is one point which I thought of sharing you all people, that new age learning practices transforming education is very important. And the second one is the skill education, which Honorable Prime Minister used to speak about it. The reality of the ground today is that we as a parents believe that we need to send students to school not to learn, but actually to earn. My belief. How come? Today, skilling has to be related to employability. Skilling, we are putting up a lot of skill-based subjects. We used to keep a lot of, what is it called, activity-based classes, or you can say a lot of competency-based classes, competency-based subjects are added to it, a lot of vocational subjects are added to it. You might have gone through the education policy. It says that from class 6 onwards you should have vocational subjects. So that vocational subject is lacking here. The skilling is lacking. We talk about skilling, but do you know, when you compare with other countries, India, only 5% of children are using this skill subject, this vocational subject. So learning with creativity, learning with innovative, learning with experiential learning, learning with competency-based learning only can happen when children will be skilled. So skilling, what I mean to say that skilling has to be related to employability, which is very, very important, and every school should have vocational subjects into it, rightly been implemented in the new education policy. There is enough unemployment in the country because we are not skilled. There is a big gap between the industry and the academic, which need to be bridged. According to me, that India needs to bring back or, keep less gap between the industry and the academic. It enables basic education, those who are not able to, go to school regularly. So them also, there should not be a dropout, and even, rather than learning, rather than teaching, the skill education is very, very important. As I told you in the beginning that my first point always is the preference that we should have, technology, digital education, which can transform, and lot of ways by which the digital education can be transformed that I need not to explain in details, but I can say that digital education as important as skills. Let me tell you, when we talk about skills to be developed, very clearly, I experienced myself. Applying concepts in learning technical skills is very important. Learning technical skills to happen in school. Second one, AI readiness concepts. Artificial intelligence is going to take a wonderful place in the days to come. Believe me, I can tell TP sir, I can share one very, beautiful life story of mine. I visited, last year to US. Then there I found, somebody has started my, when I dropped, came back and just landed in the airport. My brother-in-law has brought up a car, and he told, okay, come on, let's go. So when I entered into that, in that car there was no driver. Oh, without driver the car is going on. You see, this is something which I experienced, wonderful experience of having the AI technical. You all might be knowing nowadays this is not happening. And the second thing, in the other 2 days, I went to a hospital where a purpose of going to there is to meet my brother-in-law's wife was not well, so I was there. So I found the doctors, they were, there was a problem in the brain. And the doctor, they operated, and the operation took place with the help of artificial intelligence. The wire enter and something like that, they were explaining me. I was wondering what doctors manually they cannot do it. The AI applications, AI machines, they are doing it. So AI readiness concept is not only in education, it is there in medical technology, it is going to come. You need to believe that in the days to come, AI will play a very vital importance. So this skill has to be developed. School need to implement. So as such, I can say India needs AI equipped things all over, not only in education industry, everywhere. Developing life skills through concept building. This is one more thing. The skills I told you, three things very important, I believe, for me to have it. One is applying concepts and learning technical skills, AI readiness concepts, and developing life skills through concept building. Everyone. The life skill education is something which we need to work on, and we educators, working on this life skill education since last 10 years, everyone is working on that. And the third thing which I want to highlight, first one is new age learning practices. For me, this India needs skill education to be given more importance. Skill education described in various ways, as I told you. And the third important thing is value-based education. Value-based education is also, nowadays you all might be knowing a lot of, values are required, when we talk about the present day generation children. Values are defined as everything, from eternal ideas and guiding principles that lead to a very desired, or you can say desirable, behavioral and positive patterns with learning, with children. So these values, they provide important, important basis for the individual choices of, having good practices in their life. And something you can say, building values is an integral factor in the process of internalization of values, so that one person can be very perfect as far as an individual is concerned. So my saying is that how value is more important and how value can play important role, that can start from individual level. We have to develop our values. In the interpersonal level, we have to increase our values. In the community level, that also India needs. These are areas we need to focus on. Otherwise, the nation is what I believe, our India nation is the paramount building blocks of values. And the country that allows its citizens to be overtaken by, this hate, this violence, the negative left, its energy is absolutely wasted. What energy we need to focus on? That is values. Values are basic to the progress as well as well-being of the entire country. Believe me, if that is lost, why TP sir is today here, I can say he is having a full-fledged value, intensified something very specific that is working, that is only due to these values. And nations at peace comprise a lot of, areas which I have started talking about is individual level, values. You should have interpersonal values. You should have community level values. You should have national level values. You should have global level values. So unless and until we work on these areas, I believe that, contributing, only putting up and leaving, coming and going on, it should not be a work, but as a school or a society. As far as educator, as far as leader is concerned, schools and society at large have a bigger responsibility to share the value system and to inculcate positive human values, which can provide the growing generation a clear sense of direction and a committed vision about how to create, a stable and a moral, or moral community among us. I could remember Swami Vivekananda's, statement, education is the amount of information that is put into your brain and runs throughout there, undigested all your life. So we must have life building, man making, character making accumulation of ideas. With everyone it may be and may not be only an educator. If you have assimilated these 5 ideas, again I speak, we must have life building, we must have man making, we must have character making, we must have these basic 3 things. If at all you have, then I believe you have a perfect man. You have more education than any man who has not got, all these factors. There is no education, immaterial. And I believe, when you connect with the Gurukul system of education in the ancient times, they emphasize, they have a lot of emphasis on the building of characters of students. I think TP sir will absolutely agree. Till recently, children were learning from observing the values practiced, at home and in social life. Since independence, a number of high-powered commissions and committees on education have highlighted the urgent need of making our education system more value-based. Every time it has been focused, even in the new education policy, it has been said we should focus on value-based education. In the examination reforms, we are giving value-based questions also in related to every chapter. The value-based questions are added to it. So I want, lastly I can say, before anything comes out in my mind, Mahatma Gandhi also dreamt. I could remember, I was going through his, biography and all a few days back, that he dreamt of an India in which every individual discovers and realizes his or her talent and potential by working with others towards the, restructuring the world, which continues to be characterized by conflicts between nations, within society, and between humanity, and between nature, everything which I was talking about. And these all, believe me, everywhere, this is very, very important and very, very relevant to the sustainability or what India requires now. The CBSE, when I am a CBSE person, I am a CBSE resource person, I am CBSE trainer, I am a CAB member of CBSE, working for the National Testing Agency for the Government of India. The CBSE vision for value education has a greater concept I will not forget to speak on because I am in CBSE school since last 27 years. CBSE vision of value education is to develop our classrooms and teachers as heavens of education. Believe me, where the primary objective or the prime objective is to provide a safe space for children to express themselves. And simultaneously, to build in certain forms of interaction, free interaction they should get it. These students need to step out of the role of moral authority and learn to listen with empathy and without judgment, and to enable children to listen to each other. A lot of things have been included into this. Now, everyone's mind in CBSE, in schools, when we deal with children, it comes. Why do we need education for values? Everyone asks, when children also, why do we need education for values? Concern about degeneration of values, impact of change on children and youth, this is required. The competitive mindset among students, parents and teachers, for that it is required.
Yeah, Dr. Nayak.
But, yes sir.
Fantastic, all the points have been covered thoroughly. NEP what demands, what educators has to be, what skill is required, what is the value system we have to inculcate. Practically, what is it stopping? Most of the time we had vocational higher secondary school started. I think
Right.
the cream layer never goes to that school.
Right.
That is because most of the people knows that any skill job is like an uneducated job. If you are educated, you never do the skill work because the payment is very less. Teachers, how many teachers get themselves trained for this? Or when you are sending your children for skill somewhere else, even in higher education places, including IIT, technical education centers, diploma centers, engineering colleges, except in medical science, everywhere it is diluted with the certification program without any skill. Otherwise, India is producing 3 lakh engineers, the great AICT umbrella. But we know how many of them are real engineers, how many of them are mocking the whole system. I'll tell you the biggest problem in academics is teachers are not ready to equip themselves. Probably there can be many reasons. I'm sure on the ground, as the head of the institution, as an educator who is mixed with lot of institutions. Tell me, what is that lacking teachers to be the real person who can take skill to the children? And how many of your teachers have got that intention with a clear views on objective and scope of education at least? Otherwise, implementation is not going to happen. It will be only in paper.
Absolutely. Very rightly you say, sir, when you talk about, having quality education or implementation of these skills, which all need to be done by educators only. I am a trainer, as I said in the beginning. I am a trainer and the Center for Education Development, sir. The Center for Education Development Foundation is basically a training and assessment unit. So what is my focus? Focus generally beyond, it is not only, as a principal, I am not only focused to complete the syllabus or to find out whether it has been done or not. My focus is to upgrade or empower school educators. So, empowering of school educators to a level where these all skills can be imparted to the learners can happen effectively unless then that is happened. So you cannot achieve whatever we talk about, putting up our best efforts in having any vocational subjects or you to have skill-based children coming up or techno-based children coming up. I strongly agree a high-quality support centers related to professional and academic updates of teachers or quality teachers to bring up cannot happen. So each institution will indicate with academic plans, with proper, you can say everyone should have a training center, even if teachers are not molded properly, they cannot impart a proper education or right way to make these children skilled. When we talk about skilling education, we will be doing it. Of course, the teachers, the ground level, they will be doing it. And that ground level work, the in-service training, now the teachers, those are coming up. Even you talk about CTE exam or you talk about any examination, how they get entry. That we know everywhere. Everyone knows how they get entry. But I am not saying my purpose is taking up all these teachers, whoever it is given to me. My management gave a set of 60 teachers to me. So how holistically I can improve or upgrade themselves in putting up all the skills, and how teaching practices, or maybe the best practices, or maybe the teaching techniques, or maybe the blueprint, or maybe the mind map. So everything which I, a school leader, must take up, first of all, these aspects of learning into integration where the teachers can be taught and then they can be allowed to the class to take up the class.
You said it right. I am sure it is educator's job or maybe the management, the ownership, the senior people like you who has to take this initiative. Because we are with the policy for 1 year, I don't know how much on the ground something happened because it has not even come into papers. It's only policy. So as educator or maybe the person who can assemble lot of educators and the groups, can we have some idea of getting at least a start with a few teachers who are sent to industry for getting trained, who are being sent to higher education technical centers to get them acquainted with what is happening in those places, so that I am preparing these people for that sort of a purpose. Because unless you run through the training program, you run through the drill, how do a teacher understand what the children are equipped for? That is one. Second one, whatever said and done, we say, I am not talking about those people who are not connected to the virtual media, because that's almost 60 to 70% of the people are not connected. They don't have laptop, they don't have smartphone, they don't have internet connection. There are no electricity in some places. Okay, nothing can be done because it's not part of our discussion. But those who are connected, in there they have young children, young kids, age 3 to grade 3. I always focus on this. What could be done to think about those children who are not equipped themselves to accept this virtual? Can we have some clusters and think about this? Can we have this? Most of the teachers, they changed from the chalk and board to the digital, but they have not changed the style of teaching. Actually, in Western platforms, and most of the Western country, it's all like assignments. How many teachers are equipped to understand what assignments they can do, where the children can be creative other than copying from somewhere? Because it's a big task to make some discovery style of teaching. So how many teachers are equipped today and what can be done? I don't expect a straightaway answer, because it's a big question which I am asking, which need to ponder out. What we look at through this platform of what India needs is some action item to arise maybe at the end of this month. We are in the beginning of the August, and you are the first person in August. We had few people talked on these. We have technocrats who came from America, who is heading the Texas State Technology, but he was also pinning down the requirement of getting into agriculture. The root problem, I'll tell you, in India, most of the first person happened to be a chief editor of Indian Express. She was also pinning on to agriculture. I think the students are not even shown. So we had, in the January 26th, I was tying up with someone who has got a large acre of land here. He was ready to train teachers, students. That's where I started motivating him to start such a center. He was also in the same platform and he is ready to open. But I don't know how many teachers will wet themselves, will spoil their hands in the mud. How many of them are ready to get into the field to get the taste? That is what we are looking for, and probably that is where we march ahead. If COVID permits or not permits, can we take some documentation activities, whether NEP comes in place or not? Can we have some sample institutions where we see at least few teachers create a model, maybe a forerunner, a front runner, who create a difference? I'm sure Dr. Priyadarshan can do this. You are the Nayak, you are the leader. I'm sure you have a great bunch of people with you. Can we start something is my basic question.
Of course.
Yeah.
I will certainly tell you about this, sir. Yes, we have a vision towards it. I can understand the technological clunches. I can understand right away teacher moving from a chalk method to straight away to the technology and how it becomes successful. I'll tell you, we are working on a online school method. Online school, which will be very easy for a teacher. We can say flexibility will be there, so that the learners will have the ability to choose their learning trajectories and programs, and thereby they can make their kids understand how this online school, it is actually 24/7. What is online school or online platform, you can say? I am talking about one is online platform and another is online content. So let me brief you about the online platform. The online platform will be as such. When you talk about technology, sometimes people say, sir, I don't have this, today my technology got, I don't have the robust connectivity, I could not study, I am in loss now. What is there in the platform? It is a 24/7 platform. We are coming up with this and we're launching very soon, maybe even another 15 days after 15th of August. So what is this online school all about? It is a 24/7 application, an app where every class learning will be available and a child can go through the platform and they will go through the content into it and get in details anytime, anywhere it is required. Wherever they feel that this is the right time, this is the connectivity area that can go through. It is a wonderful thing which has come up, starting from, we have developed, it has been developed by around 4 to 5 educationists. It's related to, CBSE, NCERT. We are taking up the help of everyone and it is happening, sir. So this is something what I am talking about, the platform. The platform is 24/7 on. The content is also getting developed, and content not only in the form of the PDF or slides, interesting videos, everything it is available where children, you all know very well, children, they love, watching TV also, if you know very well. If you just make a child sit in front of a channel called Doraemon, you understand, if the Doraemon comes, the child passes from the TV also, the eyelashes will not fall down. What does it mean? It signifies that something has to be interesting. Everything is available in website, everything is available in Google if you search it. But if your, the picturizing, if your teaching practices, if your, own creative videos, which, teachers are preparing it also, so that comes, of course, it will be interesting for the learners to see. So what I mean, the teachers are also taking their interest to get this, multidisciplinary things which is going to have a greater impact to prepare the content. So content is coming as well as the platform is coming, which is going to help each and every educator to become a smart educator. And even if, because always the teacher want to deliver the children in a better way. So children need to sit in front of you cannot keep for a longer time a child sit unless and until it is interesting. So believe me. So the content has to be interesting, and that is coming up. What we educators are preparing with a lot of variations. And even if, sir, I'll tell you one thing, that in class 9, 10, 11, 12, children, when we get, the day for yesterday only, I was talking to my kids and virtually, dear friends, dear children, how many of you what do you all want to become? Everyone, somebody says, I want to become a doctor, I want to become an engineer, and like that, there are few opportunities only. If somebody is in commerce, I want to be going to a banking sector, if biology, then I will be a doctor, and this, engineering, that's all. But, sir, let me tell you, we have developed one app, and that is a career counseling app. India requires this sort of career counseling app, and I can provide you 500 opportunities, 500 areas where children can choose themselves, and as per their ability, capability, interest, they can go towards that. That is what a teacher, as an educator, as a facilitator, as a motivator, as a true second parent, has to explain to all the parents and kids of their school. Then only teacher, when we talk about transformed educator.
What is the status of Swayam now?
It is in there are a lot of areas where these technology-based things are happening. Swayam is one of them.
No, I'm not asking you as part of government. As Dr. Nayak, as an academician, how happy you are? How much you rate Swayam from 1 to 10?
Well, I certainly say it is 4. 50%, because a lot of digitization of the content, digitalization content are coming up, and I believe these content will certainly help in the days to come. But there are other sites also, like you have Edmodo also is there, you have ThinkLink Lang is there, we have Khan Academy is there, you have Kahoot is there. Lot of technological sites are available for which students, they can enhance their engagement and create a dynamic and you can say socio-fun educational environment is created. But I think it will take time, sir, still, because it is only 1 year, and there are a lot of challenges in online education. I agree. So insufficient, digital infrastructure, or a lot of losing track of deadlines and credibility. A lot of things are there, but of course, in the days to come, e-education will reach rural areas. Even if Honorable Prime Minister says the government needs to provide high-speed internet through multiple networks if you want to cover every educators, every children. In CBSE, there are 25,000 schools. Out of that, 14,000 schools are there in the villages where children cannot use technology. Even if for that the new examination system says that the examination, because why examination was cancelled last 2 years. And this time we have a new examination reform, keeping in the mind that education technology is, we are unable to make them rich in the rural areas. So to have a higher quality of education, I think government has to plan up how the high internet speed through multiple networks can reach these places. Then only ISIM or anything will become successful, sir.
Yeah, maybe we have another 10 minutes because Dr. Mayak he said only 6 more minutes. If anybody has got one line question to ask, and probably Dr. Nayak could give a one line answer, we could take some 4 to 5 questions. Quick, please, if you have.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I am Dr. Suprasad from Hyderabad.
Right, sir.
So, whatever quality of education we are talking about from years together, but there is no improvement. Whatever policies implemented by the government and all these things. But what I feel is the evaluation system has to be totally modified. Of course, if I have 2 minutes time, I will give one example of my experience. I worked in Ethiopia for 4 years. There, the evaluation system is, even though it is a backward country, evaluation system is so effective, student-centric in those days. In 2000, 2001, in those days itself.
Okay, so how do you improve evaluation system? That's the question. One line question. See, that's how we should also know how to make it brief. But how do you improve evaluation system? Maybe Dr. Nayak can answer. Yeah.
Examination system in which even today we are framing the question.
Answer, Dr. Nayak.
Yes. Examination system should be, as I told you, examination should be on the basis of formative and summative. Formative, the internal assessment test to be conducted, that is the formative way it has to be conducted. And finally, there should not be a specific embarkment or, a pressure for the child to appear in examination. It is not only we are testing through examination the entire his performance. Examination is a part and parcel, but learning should be given more importance rather than this evaluation or examination.
Yeah, somebody else. If there is any very specific one-line question.
I have a question.
Yes.
Thanks. Sir, I'm Asha Purna. I would like to ask you, you have told that a team is going to introduce a new online platform 24/7. And you also mentioned about Swayam, NPTL, then Khan Academy and so on. So my question is how your platform or the new platform is going to be different from the rest of the platforms, because everybody is giving the same content, right? So
yeah, he understood.
Okay, okay, understood. You see, our content is everyone is giving everything. It is a platform of 24/7. Whenever every content will be there, but you can grab any time, any place, anywhere you can go through it and do it. That I want to say. So the content will be through the experts of from education background, and it will be available 24/7 with you.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Hello, sir. I'm Vishnu. So how India is progressing on the artificial intelligence side of things? Because here in UK we got the education system has got artificial intelligence separate courses, but I'm not sure how India is doing currently on the artificial intelligence side of things.
I will tell you, artificial intelligence now has been brought up into curriculum. CBSE has artificial intelligence subjects included as a curriculum subject from class 9 onwards, and from this year the curriculum that is called as the Inspire module has been brought up from class 6 onwards. So it has been now introduced as a subject, a core subject in the CBSE curriculum.
That's good. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, this is Shikta.
Yeah, Shuchita, ask Dr. Shuchita. Unmute and ask.
Yes, please.
I'm from Jaipur. Sir, I just want to know how can we add the new policies making, and how can we fill up the forms, and these all things should be added to the curriculum. People don't know how to take advantages of the policies available. this is the biggest problem we are facing as activists. So
Okay.
each child should learn what legal processes are, what that should be part of curriculum. I think so. Can we add
I
something?
can suggest, in the policy is all about 60 to 64 pages, including school education, higher education. It is only 22 pages of the document in school education. And believe me, I have conducted, quiz for around 13 days where 2 chapters I have taken up, and I have asked teachers to go through the chapter. 22 pages, it won't be a difficult task. You need to go through, understand the quizzing. You need to appear for that. You will be acquainted with all the things, what are the changes have been brought in the policy.
Yeah, Dr. Ravi.
Sir, may I ask one question?
Yeah, Dr. Ravi, fast. Quick.
Yeah. Sir, Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
Sir, how parents to be educated for the selection of his or her child to select a career? Parents' wishes are more dominating to decide the child career than the child wish or desire. This is my basic question. So parents are totally dominating to decide the career. How parents should be?
Yeah.
You see, we should not, every parent's wish is always that, yes, what I say, because in your days, if you think about what your parents dreamt, yes, I am a doctor, my child also need to be a doctor. Parents need to understand, in the days, 21st century generation, parents need to understand that what the child interest, what is the child ability, what is the child capability, according to that, this will happen. So for that, career counseling in Indian schools are very important, and the most dominant single influence on the cause of human life is a person's identification of the talent. And in the policy also it says you need to identify the talent, then only you can be successful. Recognizing, identifying, and fostering the unique capabilities of each student. It is there in the policy. If you go to the National Education Policy, the first sentence is this. Recognizing, identifying, and fostering the unique capabilities of each student is the work of a teacher, and that teacher has to explain to the parent that kindly identify these 3 things, your child will become successful.
Yeah, anybody else? Yeah, fast.
Can I ask something?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Jamie.
Jimmy, yeah.
Sir, I was staying in Gurgaon for last 6 years, and I am from Kerala. So when I went there, I understood that most of the schools in Gurgaon, they're asking for a test, for entry test for a primary child. So when my daughter was 6 years old, I trained my daughter for the test. So I told her, like, you have to be smart in answering everything. So they were initial test, and one was with the headmasters also. So in the initial test, she managed something, and second level, the headmasters she was asking something, and she did not get the answer. And finally, the teacher instantaneously, my doctor told, "Ma'am, you look very beautiful." So,
I think my voice is breaking absolutely. Sir, I could not hear the question.
Yeah, I think I will ask the question. I will also answer her. Her question is, how do you stop making your children to prepare for a KG admission? The answer for that is, see the movie Salt Mango Tree. There are movies in Hindi and most of the languages. That is the prescription for her. It's a problem.
5 minutes for students, it was a compulsory there in Gurgaon.
Okay.
It is giving more pressure to kids as well as for the parents, actually.
Yeah, Jimmy, we suggest you to look at that Salt Mango Tree movie. That's a suggestion for you. Yeah, Vasavi.
Right.
Vaishnavi, somebody was asking.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Acharya
Namaste.
ji.
Namaste.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Namaste, sir. Sir, actually, my question is, how about the reforms to be made regarding selection of the teachers? Passionate teachers should be selected. Do we need any reforms, any particular suggestions for the teachers before we select? Because
Yes.
if it doesn't have passion towards the profession, it will be not justified.
Absolutely, you are correct. A teacher by choice is more important than a teacher by chance. And of course, teacher by choice, I can tell my example. Even if I was selected for MBBS, sir, I was selected for MBBS, I dropped MBBS I did not go to that. My father pressurized to, you should be a doctor. But my passion, my father was a KV principal. So my always in the passion was I will be checking copies in red pen. That was my ambition, in the very beginning, that I will become a teacher only. So that is passionate teacher. So if at all you want to identify the passionate teacher, I think the teacher has to undergo fine training before, after passing your graduation or something like that. Then they go for training and let them have best teaching practices, the presentation skills, the demo class which they take. I think every school principal must go through the class demonstration, and the class demonstration should have fine presentation skill, fine communication skill, and the subject knowledge. If these three are taken, I used to take my teachers like this. These three areas, whoever is confident, he should be given a chance to teach.
That's a wonderful answer.
Life of children.
Dr. Nayak, you are free if you want, you can, because you told us 8:10, 4 minutes late. But I think all the passionate teachers should go to Dr. Nayak, he will find a job for you.
I can help out everywhere.
I know.
Required everywhere now. There is a demand of
There is a demand for teachers, but they are digitally qualified and equipped themselves. You have to prove yourself that you are into AD but not into BC.
Now, can I ask one question, sir?
Sure, Jayalakshmi.
Please.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. I'm Jayalakshmi, sir. Actually, I'm handling for grade 4 students. Always, I will prefer the students and I will involve the students in joyful learning, following the math. So, which method is the better, sir? Children should be joyful or in strict way of learning? Which method I have to follow, sir? But my children will enjoy in the class, sir. But
You
then
see,
the math,
never with strictness. According to the highest priority to achieve, best learning outcome, you should have in a joyful, playway, fundamental, foundational literacy and numeracy for all the students up to class 5 has to be implemented with lot of, innovative and creative best practices. I can give you 100 of best practices for teaching mathematics, how it can be joyful and they can do it. Lot of things are happening in mathematics. Abacus is there, Vedic mathematics is there. If these learning happens, very interestingly they do mathematics into it. So mathematics is a practice and with joyful learning practices, learning tactics.
yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
I will tell you, Dr. Nayak, so far it is that 11th day. So far I never posted on chat box asking people to post their number. Just today I did, to know how many of them are digitally equipped. Unfortunately, except Dr. Ravi, Professor Ravi, nobody posted. See, that is because most of the educators don't respond to any of the questions. Number one. If I do this for an insurance company people, all of them will post. Because I train a lot of people in marketing, lot of people in different areas. Immediately happens. Yesterday I was there for one small company who runs online education, and the chief coordinator of the program was talking. Dr. Shashi Kumar is a great speaker. I said, one point which you learned from my talk. Tell me one point. She never heard. Somebody wrote it and given. She was just blah, blah, blah. Online I scolded them just like that. That was my job which I did. I will tell you, there also I did not ask a telephone number. I asked a Google form asking them to rate. There were 80 people joined, only 7 of them responded. They don't know how to rate. If I ask, how do you rate your online knowledge? They don't know what is to be answered. Every people say teachers are good, but we have good producers, but the product is all false. That is what we are seeing.
Right.
That is probably because now they started to putting it. It was not for collecting numbers, because yesterday I had 89 people. I asked them to, I had a Google form where I never asked the number, because my intention is not to get to that. But I will tell you, people are not even equipped today. I was teaching in a best university, the so-called 5th rank university in India. That's what they claim. But we see most of them just copy from Google and post as answers. Our evaluation system will change only when we ourselves become, the teacher themselves become an inventor teacher, a discovery teacher, a passionate teacher, a teacher who can make some small sense in their classroom. I think blah 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 is good. We are good in duplicating, but we are still, it is not that AI syllabus is put in the education system, it will not change, because we don't even have teachers who understand computers specifically well. I'll tell you, a 10th class, 12th class student don't know how to fill up a form for graduate admission. They need somebody else. And most of the evaluation what we do as skill development, which is all copied, some software which ran in America and UK, and then you do this and say you are unfit to learn engineering or medicine, you have to do psychology. I don't know what do you do with learning psychology. But still we have software which says abroad it's a different matter, but in India it's a different matter. And these are actually, we are fooling the whole system by lot of people who are money minded. We are all making some advertisement for making things happen so that I can temporarily make some money. The commitment for society, commitment for making the next generation is totally lacking. Unless we have a real licensing program, we will have the Cheat India sort of a movie which is taken is the real picture of India today.
Absolutely correct.
Or if erection, what Amitabh Bachchan has shown is the real India. I don't think, unless there is a very strict government control on education system, a commitment on education system, being part of many of that organization, that's why I asked. We should not look at Swayam as another platform like Khan Academy, because that's a government initiative. It's all teachers' responsibility. We have in higher education what is called Consortium for Educational Communication. In 2005, I went there to learn. That time we had a director that was in limelight. That director left, the door is closed. I think it's all one person who takes initiative, things will happen. If that fellow goes, it doesn't happen. How do we make this government very responsible, at least in education? The other day also I was mentioning, we need to have, like a UGC, we need to have a system in academics in up to 10th class, 12th class, with all the educators looking at what education is happening district wise, so that they become the certification authority for taking this forward. I think if that doesn't happen.
Very rightly, sir. I'll tell you an example, because this time, class 12, the board examination, when will happen? Honorable Defense Minister came and declared it. This is what's happening in India as far as education system is concerned. As rightly said, in colleges, university, as University Grant Commission is there, like that there should be a school for the schools, school governing council or something, commission should be there who should take the decision when the examination to be conducted. This also Honorable Finance Minister comes when Nishanji was not well, he was in the hospital, and the Finance Minister came and declared the date. This was very unfortunate. I think India needs, something where education is to involve to make policies or to make any sort of decision-making policy in this process. So thank you very much, sir. It was wonderful to have you, and I believe that I am so pleasure to have myself in this format. And of course, what India needs, I don't know how much I have helped you out, all people, to make in education sector. Yes, I believe the new age learning practices, skill education, value-based education are the foremost thing which we need to work out. But I think in the days to come, a lot of discussion will happen. Dr. TP sir, I am so thankful to you. My sincere regards to you for inviting me to this particular program to enlighten and enrich all of you. I will be happy if at all in the days to come, I will come back once again with some more topics.
We will have some action item being discussed probably at the end of this month. We need you thoroughly there. We plan to make some suggestions to government to make at least like AICT we have a system, or UGC we have a system, and we have a national entrance examination like NET for higher education, for school education. No school can run without those certified teachers from that agency. Something should happen like this.
Correct.
Otherwise education is going to be diluted ever.
Absolutely correct.
We should
Absolutely
take some
correct.
actions
So
for it.
nice of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bahut dhanyawad. Namaskar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Dr. Priyadarshi Nayak is leaving, but if any one of you have got, we could spend another 6 or 5 more minutes. You want to tell that what is your takeaway, or maybe some small point wise what you wanted to say, what is that we need to change, or that is what need India in academics. We are going to have on the last day one more teacher who is from Ajman, who was introduced by Dr. Nayak when I was talking, and she got into contact, and she is also a passionate principal who want to make some differences. I was introduced to Nayak by one of the principals of Sharjah Indian School, where he considers me as his mentor, and he said this is the man to be invited. So I am in contact with most of the principals in CBSE around India, but I will tell you this is one of the biggest malpractice which is happening in India. They call some private company, they will decide what your child is to be. I speak to most of the radios on counseling and what is to be done to the students, and most of them tell. Yesterday also I had one teacher was telling, my student was asked to learn psychology, but that student doesn't have anything, he even doesn't know what is psychology. So this is what happens, because 100 questions are asked, that will decide what is your taste. And I answered that if I do a test like that, they will tell that I am unfit to be a scientist also sometime. They may tell that I am unfit to learn mathematics. Because it's like when you go to a doctor for eye testing, when you are a knowledgeable person, the doctor will not be able to identify your sight, because you keep on making false statements. Right?
Right?
Yeah. Iyer is echoing whatever I am saying. That's a good practice. So you want anyone a question, or we will wrap it up today? Maybe 2-3 minutes we can spend. Up to 8:30 is what we posted. We started late today because Dr. Nayak had some problem in connectivity. Maybe we will take another 10 more. We thought 27 speakers, but we decided we will go up to 13th August. Plan is to have
Sir,
some.
I have one question, sir.
Arvind, yeah.
Yeah. What I see as a person is we are mainly into the commercial side of education. There is no actually interest in learning or teaching or something. Mainly everyone is looking for commercial benefit. So what do you think of that?
See, Aravind, government is not able to provide that many. Government doesn't have sufficient capacity, money to build their own organizations like schools. So every state has got a different rule for establishing schools. They have different schemes. In Kerala,
Teacher will not be interested in teaching.
no, we know, that's what I am coming to. Why government is able to is doing like that? Because government doesn't have land, government doesn't have money to build buildings. That's all built by somebody else, and government also knows with the money collected they are supposed to run the school. That is what the management is doing. So there are different see, for example, Northeast government gives land to Vivekananda Kendra Vidyalaya. Vivekananda Vidyalaya is supposed to have a trust in which they will also give building, but maintaining teachers salary, it's a different scheme. There the building and the place is given by government, but the teachers maintaining the school is run to Vivekananda Kendra Vidyalaya. I was also part of it. I am there every year. I go there, motivate teachers, motivate children. I select teachers, send from different parts of the country for teaching there. It's almost like a pensionable job, beautiful accommodation, but it's a God forbidden place. People are not ready to go. So many retired people will go there as service. Many Infosys engineers I picked up and then sent there to do service as a teaching. So India government is not rich enough to run such a system. Why India government is not starting medical college in every district? India government new education policy says every district we will have one university. But what is today's situation? If you look at Hyderabad or Delhi or Bombay, we have at least 15-20 universities. But you go to the next district, which is a rural place, there are no universities at all. So people will run to city for getting educated. Why? Because we don't have teachers who will go to rural places to serve. So India is a very, very difficult situation. No policy, I'll tell you, I will write and give, there is nothing new in the education policy. My boss, once upon a time, he was the chairman of ISRO, he was the chairman for new education policy. He also knows nothing new, because what we had by Radhakrishnan is what is exactly today also. University system, flexible system, we need to have no vocational training program. We had great such education schemes, but on the ground, this is what is happening. At least one district, one good education up to 10th class, 12th class I am saying. That's why we started Navodaya Vidyalaya. Aravind is from Palakkad. You know in Palakkad, Navodaya Vidyalaya, what is happening? We are supposed to have the best students, high profile students and the low profile students, and a mix of them together. And in the 9th class, they take from different state and mix the culture. And that school is supposed to be one model school which will spread this message to the other schools. But that 30 acres is never open for other schools. Though chairman is the district collector, he has the power to do it, but he has no idea. I don't think the collector has ever read what Navodaya Vidyalaya system is, though he is the chairman of that Vidyalaya. So this is what is happening, because the head of the institution has less control, less commitment. The objective and scope is not understood. It's all money making. The people who have got into, I will tell you, I went to some of the schools in Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. They don't run 8th and 9th class. After 7th class, straight to 10th class. And 10th class syllabus is taught 4 years, so that their performance in 10th class examination is fantastic. Because they want to prove their school is 100%. 100% marks in examination. But they don't have knowledge. Where did they reach after that? I asked those teachers, you at least find out where are your 10 years you are doing it. Tell me which college they are studying now. They are not worried. Parents are also not worried. They wanted to show that my student is A+ in all subjects. Wonderful. I get lot of teachers and parents are there with me and students. They keep on sending. My student got A+ in all subjects. Now 1 year we wanted to take a break and to decide after +2 and to decide what is to be done. So that means up to 12th class what you taught is not good enough. 1 year break and do a coaching center. This is what is happening. So we don't have faith in education system because we have privatized it. That's why I'm saying privatize is okay. But at least can we have a government control like higher education, UGC, anybody cannot become teachers. You have a net. Many people don't even pass. Therefore what happens? State has given an authority to put a set. Then it is also not happening. Every university can certify that this is a good professor in mechanical engineering, put him there. And university accreditation is required for teachers. Even in school education, that's not there. I know teachers who lost their job, they become servant maids because they are unfit to get any other job in this country. I'm not saying servant maid is bad, teachers are great, any other job is good. But I'm saying they know themselves, they don't even get a clerical job in some places. That's why when teachers become teachers, they're lifelong teachers only. Because they cannot get any other job. Because that's the easiest job, simplest job, and that is supposed to be one. That is what is all controlled by. And management, even in engineering college, a professor, a teacher with a BTech or MTech is given. How much, Ravi? You know, he was a principal. 6,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees you appoint teachers in engineering colleges. 5,000 rupees MTech. Do you know this? And teachers in Hyderabad is paid 3,000 rupees in good schools. Because you need to have at least 10 years experience so that you can become a senior teacher. Then you can bargain probably if you are very good in teaching. We are looting. Management is looting. This is what is happening. So we need to have a controlled system. That is, private we cannot avoid. As Aravind said, it's a business, but can we have a controlled system? That's what we are looking for. Yeah. That's true with the medical system also. We have got, anybody can start a clinic, anybody can start a hospital. Government doesn't have control. Though the doctor has to be certified, that's a different matter. The bed cost, Kerala was treating for COVID, and they said for every treatment of COVID, this much money. High Court decided. Immediately what they did, treatment cost they changed, they said the bed cost this much. And bed cost is much higher than the treatment cost. So without bed, you cannot be in the hospital. See, every private fellow knows how to cheat government, how to cheat the rules. There is a saying, rules are for fools. The brilliant fellow always will find a loophole in making this happen. So that is why...
and rules is also for the weak people.
Yeah,
not for the powerful or strong people.
That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You said it right.
You nailed it, Dr. TPS. Thank you very much. Thank you for
I
this
think we'll
opportunity.
close it for the day. It's not to criticize government. It is not to, unless we find where is it wrong. I am actually pushing this. Earlier also when I was asked to talk about a different forum in educators forum, I said we need to have a system like UGC or IICT for normal colleges and academic, technical academics. We need to have schooling level under one umbrella, where maybe union government, but under that state government, under that district level, a good controlling system, governed by maybe retired teachers, retired professors, retired academicians, social people. Everybody can have a role in that. That is what is a distributed administrative system we want. If that can be there, probably they will look at what is to be done. Otherwise, new education policy says the education has to be locally relevant. Who will identify locally relevant? If that is to be given to some of the private academic institutions, I'll tell you, they will also find some method of making money out of it. That's what is happening. Right? So, thank you for being with me, and thank you for, I was just testing that and immediately somebody started posting numbers. That's good. If you love to be part of this, What India Makes Us discussions, probably who wanted to take the part in making some very good structure for implementing in your native place, you wanted to make such institutions by yourself with local clusters, few ideas can be drafted. Probably we can make it implementable maybe the end of this month. That's what we aim to have. We have few people in Hyderabad where we have not called them for discussions because we wanted to go there physically and sit there and discuss. They were also ready to come on to discussions, but we said hold on, we will have them later end of this month. We are planning to do that. Those people who have got some interest in this, that's one. Maybe you can send a message on my WhatsApp and then be part of it. Then we will start dialogue on. Those people who are continuously with me on dialogue, yesterday we had a Bhagavad Gita class, so I made a different cluster now. Those who are joining here, at least after attending a session, say what is your takeaway and send a message. If it is not there, you will be out of my broadcast list. Because there are a lot of people I am sending expecting, but they said registered. So yesterday we had a bad day because many people said I registered, but then when it came to that stage, we had less people there. And Dilip ji made all of them to see only onto Facebook saying don't come here because we thought it will be overcrowded. So be at least genuine to yourself and be liberal to at least acknowledge, send some message, don't become, that is what the education system made us, not to communicate. You have to communicate. That's what yesterday I told, one educator, private education system, they talk blah, 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 blah. Shashikumar is a great speaker. I said, tell me one point which you learned from me. Blast it. I am going to post that. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, that video will be posted. Because we don't do anything, but we just blah, blah. No. And when you see it, how do I know it is true or false? If you just make a comment, I know. And when I make a comment, yeah, I know this person has seen. That's why every comment I see, then only I post it. I have to approve it because I'm forcefully making myself to read all the comments. And that is my lifeline. Okay? After my death, don't put in the group RIP. That doesn't serve. When I live, a small contribution to that, what I am trying to do it, be a torch bearer, that is what is essential. Yeah, Asha has something to say.
Dr. Sam, IS sir was asking to, he wanted to ask you something. He
Yeah.
was posting in the comment box.
Yeah, you could read if you know that. You
No,
can.
he actually wanted to.
You can unmute IRG, you can try. Again, we can try. Otherwise, it was too much echo, nothing was coming out. That's why I was muting you every time. You could unmute if you can. IRG, you can unmute and see and you speak if you want. IRG is a man on the ground in social work. He was sending me some pictures of how his colony looks. And he was mentioning the other day, he cleans up picking up the rash on the road. And he has sent me the picture saying that, yes, this is my colony. Beautiful, neat. Yesterday I was talking to somebody from Nellore. They are staying in a very small basti very near to a Zilla Parishad school. I was asking her to send the picture to check how the colony is maintained. I do that. And she has sent a picture, beautiful colony, nicely made. So that is the civic sense. If you are having a BTech student and you are studying in school, you are in an agriculture, she was doing BTech agriculture, and your colony is not maintained well, you don't even cultivate anything around your house, I think there is no point in being a BTech in agriculture. This is how I tested them. So immediately I found she is good, she is doing something locally. At least what I did was I charged her mobile for one year. That's how I gave rewards to somebody. So Iyer Saab, if you want to unmute and then speak, you could. Otherwise, we'll call it a day if you don't have any comments. Jemmy has any comments to say or?
Sir,
Yeah. Come on. Vaishnavi or Jemmy, whoever is. Iyer Saab. Yeah. We have a beautiful Mammootty movie, Iyer the Great. Now nothing is working. Good. Jemmy or Vaishnavi?
sir, about the
Yeah. It's not working. IRG not working. I am muting you again. Yeah. Vaishnavi first.
yes, sir, about the CBSE discussion that we were having about the schools.
Yeah.
I've seen my own brother and few of my friends. They get these notes in school. So even if they want to study the concept, like my brother has seen me studying, and usually he asks me a few doubts and all. So he learns the concepts, but because of the notes that they are getting, he's trying to study from the notes and trying to by heart those answers. So
See, that is
when I talk to him about learning the concepts, he prefers to learn the answers given by the school. And I mean, it's almost like that. Anyway, we can change that. Because they're getting the notes, they're trying to by heart the answers from that notes. So
see, I will tell you, Vaishnavi, that's true. Even in I was there in one of the committees for selecting a scientist after an MSc, and he was a statistics MSc. I asked him, what do you refer for your so and so? Some subject was taken. Immediately he said notebook. He don't even know one textbook, and he is a master's from one of the universities from Delhi. You can imagine, one of the best colleges in Delhi. And if you ask any BTech in Hyderabad, I don't know whether Jemmy knows that or not. We have got one book called All-in-One. And if you study that, all the questions and answers which comes in every university, like a guide is there, that only they read, they don't even attend classes. And they will get full marks. And you don't require 1 year study, you require only, they will say not even one day batting, one night batting is good enough. And you just mug it up and write, you will get. I will tell you, one boy who was writing English in a BTech examination, I was just looking at what he is writing, and he was writing about who is C.V. Raman was the question. That was an English examination, and he wrote C.V. Raman was a bad boy, E.V. Raman was a neighbor, he liked to play, some story about something. I was eager to know how much mark he got. I took his hall ticket number and checked. He got 68 out of 100. He also got first class. I am sure teachers are not even evaluating this. So it's not to find fault. I'm sorry. I thought I will never find fault with the education system. But when it comes to that, I was part of it and I left that job because it's how it runs. fifth best university in India. How did they rate it? Because they pay money to that people who make that report, and they will post that this is the best university. And next 6 months after, some other university will become the best. That's how it is. Yeah. If Jimmy has something to say.
I was telling about the value addition. That is the thing I was discussing actually. So my daughter was like in the first standard. My daughter was like she was in the nursery. She did in a good school actually. So she trained for more soft skills. Come, I want to come here. This is my younger daughter, Evelyn. Namaste.
Namaste.
So first standard in the mathematics, there were 4 flowers and 3 flowers and 4 butterflies. There was a question like 3 flowers and 4 butterflies. How they will take? How each one will get the honey? So my daughter told like 2 butterflies will share from 1 flower. So she was thinking in that way actually. So when she came to the school, she understood that everything is in a different way, and she got scared actually.
Now, what is tested is what teacher says, whether you reproduce or not.
No. She was thinking.
The sharing is not there. That's what I'm saying. The sharing is not there. Thinking is not there. We are taught not to talk to somebody else. Is what is that? Then how do you share?
And I immediately after entering the school bus, they are telling, keep silence, keep silence, keep silence. So my daughter, she was going to the first 2 days I was in the school bus actually. And my daughter was very enthusiastic that she wanted to see the sceneries and she wanted to talk to somebody. The moment she entered the school bus, keep silence, keep silence.
I'll tell you, Jimmy, when my son went to the KG, the PT teacher in the assembly the first day said, don't look here and there. That's what generally teachers say. He knew what it means here, what means there. So here also you should not see, there also he should not see. He closed his eyes and then stood. The assembly was over, everybody left, he was still closed the eyes and then standing there. Somebody asked, why did you stand here? Because nobody asked to open the eyes after that. Right? See, English medium schools teachers are good, but only the English teacher speaks good English. Maths teacher doesn't know, science teacher doesn't know, drill teacher doesn't know. I was telling teachers, KG teachers shout, just now what you said, keep silent, keep silence. Give me 300 children, I will know how to make them silent. I made this earlier one of the sessions. When the teacher shouts, that is what the students are seeing, they should also have a tendency to shout. The first teacher should keep quiet. That doesn't happen. We see assembly where everybody is talking, the teachers are murmuring each other in the whole assembly, you will see them. Because when 2 teachers come together, they start talking. I have been guest to many of the assemblies. I will look behind and then start scold both of them in front of the assembly. I am not a very good person for most of the teachers, but I give them a good practical lesson looking at them straight forward. When I ask some teachers, I will ask, Tinkle Tinkle Little Star being taught. Do you know who wrote Tinkle Tinkle Little Star? Ask Jimmy, your nursery teachers. You will see Dr. TPS, probably London Bridge is falling down. Where is London Bridge? Jimmy has got 2 children. If your child asks you, tell me where is London Bridge?
London Bridge is in London.
You are wrong. London Bridge is in, you now search or look at Dr. TPS London Bridge, then you will learn. See, I'll tell you, this is what happens. Because that time when the poetry was written, London Bridge was there and it is falling down. Logically think, if something is falling down, that means there was some problem for the bridge. Has it fallen down? Yes, the new London Bridge is new. That poetry is 200 years older than that new London Bridge. So what happened to the old London Bridge, which was falling down? That was lifted by Americans and then put it into Arizona. See, the student need not know, but the teacher doesn't know. If a student asks, what the teacher will say. So I'll tell you, this is the problem with a student and a teacher. They only know maybe one day before and the student knows today. That's only difference. A teacher has to be much higher than the student. That distance is not seen today as quality in most of the teachers. I not only talk to the technical education or higher education doctors, I also talk to KG teachers. I play with them. You can see one of the Doha schools when I went, I did lot of dramatics. How to make these children to enjoy class. How do you make your teachers so involved in teaching? I did lot of training programs for nursery teachers, LKG teachers, KG teachers, and then subject teachers, then technical education. Because unless you work in the ground, you don't know what is reality. So most of these people, these educators also, see, Swayam is a government platform for teaching and to spend lot of, last year Swayam to be inaugurated in one of the schools in Varkala. The principal asked me, sir, record the talk and then send it to us for sending to teachers. I said, this is an online program. You don't even make an online program. Sir, teachers don't know how to even come on to online. And we are talking, I am sure that is the same situation even today in most of the schools. So, unless teachers are, that is why I am saying certified programs have to be there. That is what we are looking at. We must at least make sure that some consensus is made out of it and then push it forward. That's what we are looking at. Okay. So we will have more discussions on this. I'm sure every mother is concerned about their education of their children. So we will have more and more to learn from many teachers who are going to come. So why I am saying this, look at these and then come back, because you are going to get another principal on the last day. Maybe after few youngsters like Vaishnavi is talking, right? One of the days. Nila is talking one of the days.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So some of the students who are appearing and listening every day, I am asking them also to talk. They have shown some interest. Yeah, they wanted to talk. So thank you for being with me and thank you for sharing your ideas and giving a patient listening. See you tomorrow with somebody else. I don't remember who is tomorrow, but we have got some other guest, maybe philosophy people. Every day we are putting different branch where one person without much of duplication. That's what I'm looking at.